was about to go to bed and I couldn't sleep because something was really gnawing at me and nagging at me. So I kept watching this video. And so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But I do believe, I think I might have figured out the whole head turn thing. So I'm Bullhorn Betty. I've been covering the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers since the beginning of March of 2024. He's been missing since February 26, 2024, allegedly. Some people believe that it's possible he didn't make it home from the videos that we've been watching, you know? Hey, Sheena, it's nice to see you. Outer Banks, Mama Bear, nice to see you. Ava, me and you, love Lakers. It's nice to see you. Samantha, JH, Casey, Peggy, Marsha, Samantha, hey. Nice to see you, Lisa B. Always. Beautiful Sonia's up in the house. Sweet Tea, Sunflowers, it's nice to see you. ER Blues, Melanie, it's nice to see you. Am I missing somebody? I almost went over to you. Went over you, Cynthia. It's nice to see you. Beyond the Veil. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of catchy. Carol, it's nice to see you. Char, Misty, it's nice to see you, my love. I hope you're doing well. Stephanie, Grace upon Grace. Oh, we're filling up quick. I think I got it figured out. I don't know how much more I can go. We already got 172 people in chat. Valerie, it's nice to see you. Halston, nice to see you. Brenda, Amy. Hey, just RN, I can't read. Lorraine, it's nice to see you. Adrima, hopefully I said that right. Teresa, Mia, it's nice to see you. Pink Butterfly, I see. Oh, Guidance is in the house. It's nice to see you, my love. Deanna, Holly. Good evening, everybody coming in. Good evening, everybody coming in. So I am looking at this, and I am sorry. I know people are going crazy over this new video that just came out. I wish there was some music behind that. Was, I don't know. I was but I guess it gave me an opportunity to really look at this. And everybody's focusing on this almost nefarious head turn. So Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is a 15-year-old autistic boy, high-functioning autistic, medically needy. Happy birthday, Sebastian. We won't ever stop. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Casey. God bless you for that. It's sweet. Yes, happy birthday. Oh, I want to read this before we get started, just in case you guys missed it. If you don't know, I'm on X. You can put in Bullhorn Betty. I'm at American Law 411. If you guys have not been over to my Twitter account and you guys have Twitter, please don't forget to sign up. Every now and again, I mean, sometimes it's just posting that I've posted something, but sometimes it's something written. And I wanted to read this because in case you guys didn't see it. This was for today. I don't know when I posted it. Does it say a time? So it was at like 9:48 this morning. And it says, today we honor and celebrate the 16th birthday of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Sebastian disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home on February 26, 2024. Security footage from the night shows two unidentified individuals near his home at 3:10 a.m. Despite ongoing efforts from law enforcement, private investigators, and the community, he remains missing. Sebastian is autistic, and we remain deeply concerned for his safety. On this milestone birthday, we are reminded of the love and the light Sebastian brings to those who know him. To everyone reading this, please continue to share his story, keep him in your thoughts, and report any information that could help bring him home. Sebastian, wherever you are, we miss you, love you, and will never stop searching for you. Happy 16th birthday, Sebastian. We can't wait to celebrate with you one day soon. If you have any information, please contact authorities or TBI. And that obviously remains true today. It is 9:50 and it's kind of crossing over where it's, the day is just about done. And we had some new details dropped and a slowing down. And I get it because, you want to pay attention. We know something happened because Sebastian was there 1 minute and gone the next. And there's no logical explanation, right? I think that's the perfect term to use. No logical explanation, because if he had walked out of the house barefoot, you logically would have at least one of the many dogs that were at the house get his scent, which from everything we've learned, that's not the case. But I keep reviewing this new video that has been dropped, and I know everybody is looking at this so nefariously, and I kind of brought it back to what would make this not look so nefarious. So, for example, when you're looking for something, sometimes you find things that aren't really there. If you know what I'm saying, okay? And maybe because everybody is so side-eyeing Katie that they're seeing things that aren't there. So what if she is just looking for her waiter? What if she's just wanting to ask for more bread or ask for a drink to be topped off? Because the way she's looking is she's looking all around. And I know people are like really going all in on this. Katie has poor table manners wiping her. I know, I saw that too. I did see that too. That's funny. At least I know I'm not the only one. Yeah. But what if, because think about it. How many times have we been in a restaurant and we needed, say, I don't know, butter or a drink or bread? It didn't look like the waitress had come very often. She did bring the food. We saw that. But really, in all fairness, I don't know what her rotation was. It's sad when a bunch of strangers love and care missing teen to be more than his own mother. I agree 100%, and that's been the problem. I think what's all pretty much has united us together anyways is because, we care. We strangers getting out in the woods that have never met this child, yet the only time, the mother or the stepfather was for a photo op. They had not a stitch of dirt on them. Definitely not dressed for the occasion, if I say so myself, So, I don't know. I think that does, at least, with all the craziness and all fairness, Mr. Car Guy, I have to believe that even though it's a bunch of strangers, it gives us at least shows us that humanity still exists. That kind people that are concerned still exist. There's so many people out there. Even London Kerr, she's a little baby that's been missing for a couple years, and there's only 2 photos of her to even show she ever even existed. It's people that are out looking for her. She's a needle in a haystack. It's not her mother. It's all these strangers, and sometimes it's, I don't know, it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing, especially Sebastian's Army. I think it's just a very, very, very beautiful thing. So, but I want to show you because this is why I kind of think it's not as, I don't know, as bad as I think it could be. I don't know. I know that there's, some inclinations about stuff like, but what was dropped tonight, this is not it. Hold on. It's this one. here. Yeah. Here we go. Let me turn it this way. I gotta unplug this. It's getting tangled. But when you see her kind of, well, she's looking, when you see her kind of look around, I don't know. She's giving like the menus, and I see that slowed down. I'm not quite sure why. It looks like he's eating bread. They're having a conversation there, and he's kind of shaking his head no about something. I don't know. He just doesn't seem too happy, though. I mean, out of everything, he just kind of, you know, compared to the photo of, the photo of, let me turn the TV off if you guys can see my Costco's. So it's this. I mean, how do we know she's not looking for their waiter? I mean, there is tea full, but maybe their bread, because we do remember seeing somebody bring bread. I don't know. I feel like I've made those moves before, you know? Let's see what she does after. I don't know. I just kind of feel like I've made those moves before, and those moves were made, you know, when I was looking for my waiter or waitress. Am I wrong about that? What mother goes in to have a so-called big day, spends so much time on her phone looking around and taking pictures of a child? I get it. I mean, the behavior from the beginning in this case has been way off base from how long it took. I mean, there was things going around locally, right? There were things going around locally. No actual like news media interview until like March 4th. I don't know what that was or what that was about, but if you come back to that day when all this stuff was happening in the real time, you got a stepfather coming back and telling the news crews not to film his house. I mean, literally out the gate, you had this whole suppression tactic going on, trying to suppress what was going on so much. And it really wasn't until the turn of the case, when it was going to be publicly stated that this is turning into an investigation, that you start hearing the plea for help and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I just, I think their behavior's off. Not even that. Like, even Seth didn't go on and do immediate interviews, but we also know that he was out searching in his car. We have that corroborated by other witnesses that were out there. He was at the command center. He got booted out of the command center because he was looking up, you know, the skirt of the command center, so to speak, to see if he can garner any information about where his son is. You know, so we kind of understand why he wasn't sitting in front of a camera or speaking to any type of media that day or those preceding days. It's because he was, you know, physically searching and trying to find what he could about his son. But you didn't see that out of the other people that were there. And it makes you wonder why. Like, when we see this, we have a mom that's on the phone, that can't stay off her phone, that's calling everybody to see if they've seen her son. You know, if they know people on the back road, they're calling the people on the back road to say, hey, you know, have you seen my son? asking them to check this, check that. And, cops are literally ripping them off the phone saying, listen, I need to ask you questions. Can you hang up the phone, please? That's typically what we're accustomed to seeing in situations like that. Some situations, the mother's so distraught, it's like they've got to go sit her in a car and give her water just to calm her down. There are some different variances, but at the end of the day, it's the urgency, whether they're freaking out or not. It's the urgency, and that's what's been really, in my humble opinion, been lacking on the other side of the fence, is the urgency to find, the just being okay with how everything's going. As everybody knows, when it comes to your kid, nothing's ever good enough until your kid's back in front of you, right? I think from what we've learned about both of them, it's made it easy for us to dislike them, in my opinion. It is, but I don't want it to cloud our view of everything either. And we can't just automatically jump to the most nefarious means of anything that we see. We're very thankful that we get some insight on what happened that night, stuff that we've never seen before. That's always good. But we also want to make sure that it is properly, explained. And until otherwise, even though we don't like her, or we have our opinions about her, or we think she may have done something, we have to look at something and analyze it. And if we're jumping right to the most nefarious things, I think we're missing critical analysis of the video. And I think we need to kind of look at it. Is she really looking for somebody? Is she really, meeting someone there? I mean, of course there's the possibility, but what if that simply was just trying to find out where her waiter is and find out if they're going to be making it back to the table in the next few minutes? It could be something like that. It could be something like, for all we know, I mean, we can get really, and it actually might not be as far-fetched, and I've heard some people speak about it, about this the other guy possibly being a substance abuse dealer. I don't know. I mean, I have brought up, there has been a few interviews, like ones that I could see her face where she appeared to be under the influence of something. It seemed like a lot of stuff was being suppressed, but it just seemed, her eyes told a lot. And it seemed to me that she was under the influence of something. And I'll just leave it at that. Lord, bring this precious child home. I absolutely agree. Just our end, but you would have to have the pics. CP family hasn't come out to have, that's weird. But see, this is the thing, Crystal, let's not forget that they did say and had Aunt Melissa posted, we've been out searching since 6:30, which, kind of feels a little cryptic looking back, because nobody really knew he was really missing until like 6:33 outside of like 4 people. The reward money is interesting. A lot of people have brought that up, the 225-155. The 225 for the date Sebastian disappeared, and 155 for the that one address. Yes, I've heard that, but I've also, this is the first for the 225 for the dates. Me an email and said that the exact next door neighbor, and I don't know if it's true, I didn't go back through my footage to find out. I was going to, but then I got, I'm doing some stuff, and I'm got some, you guys saw, I've been creating some videos. I don't know, I had a little artistic bug up my butt. So you guys got a little more pizzazz in your videos. I don't know. But I was going to go check because somebody emailed me and said that yes, we know that the one is, the house, and the other one is the neighbor. And I'm like, now, and this is the first time I heard the date, which this kind of makes more sense, but I didn't look at the addresses there. But somebody sent me an email and said that the 225 was the next door neighbor and told me to go look it up, but I didn't go look it up. Katie looked mad and nervous, and it did look like he hadn't eaten, but then it goes back to the whole bottomless pit comment, because you gotta, I don't know which is fact and which is fiction. You know what I mean? What is fact and what is fiction in this story? It's crazy. I really don't know, but I thought the same thing, because you know what it was, and I don't know, maybe it could be how he eats, because we don't know how he eats, and he's autistic, and some autistic children have different tics, and the different tics are different tics. It just is what it is. And so I noticed that he'd eat and put his did you guys notice that? Like, he would eat and then put his bread down and eat and put his bread down, like, so militant. And I don't know, maybe again I could be very biased when I'm looking at it. That's why I caught my bias with the whole turning of the head. And so I had to kind of, back up a little bit and say, is that really, is this really what we're focusing on? I'm not sure. Because it could be just as innocent as looking for the waiter. But I was looking at Sebastian's behavior. Let me see if I can find it. Might not be in this one. It might be in the first one that was released. No, I think it's this one. Okay, so she hands him the menu. Let's just go through this real quick. Okay, so she hands him the menu. See how he's eating? Watch. And he puts his bread down. You see how he puts it down in his lap? And kind of just sits there. He doesn't really... And I don't know if that's just him just shaking his head, or if they're actually having a conversation or not. But look at how he's eating. He's taking a bite and sitting it down. Taking a bite and sitting it down. But that could be his normal eating behaviors when he's eating bread. I don't know. But it just seems so, just how he seems so stiff. It just seems like we're made to believe that he had this great day, and we're hearing, I haven't seen any photos, but we've heard that it doesn't sound like he was very happy at the bowling alley, the game room, or whatever like that. And then you kind of see him here, and while he's a perfect gentleman and seems to be well behaved, he doesn't seem very happy. And he seems really stiff. He does. You would think, from everything that we hear described, I just did a video, and the video was it had the teachers, and the teachers discussed Sebastian as being just really fun, and he's been described as a jokester. And even with the explanation of that morning when they were looking for him, it was because he liked to play jokes. You see where I'm going with this? And so to see him really, really happy, let me find the optimum photo. It's probably not on this, so let me see. Sebastian Rogers. Let's see if I can just find the image. Usually it's one of the images here. This one. This is the one right here. That one right there, right? So it's like that's what we're made to believe he was, just this really happy, jovial kid. He was really happy here. He was at Costco's on Saturday. I don't know what time. If somebody knows the time, drop it down in the chat. But he was at Costco's and eating pizza. Well, they cut part of this photo off probably to get a bigger picture of his head and so you can see what he looks like in his face. But in front of him was a table and had a big slice of pizza and some soda on it. And he was smiling. When you look at this, he doesn't seem like he's that happy. Like we would expect, especially with the Costco photos. And wasn't it, oh my gosh. Now this is going to be kind of a twister for you. Wasn't it the mom that took that photo of the optimism shirt and shoved it in Seth's face and said, look, he was happy. We had a great day. Look, we had a great day. And then he found out it was the Saturday photo. So why would she pull up a photo she knew was not from that day to prove that he was happy that day when we're clearly seeing a different demeanored child in this video? Maybe that's the question that needs to be asked. Maybe the one she took the day before she felt was a better pick. Oh, I think I'm too far up for my last comment. That would make sense. Watch the extended video. I thought all the looking around she was doing, she was checking for camera locations, in my opinion. Interesting. Well, let's look and see if she looks in the direction, because cameras are pretty obvious. Wouldn't you agree? Let me get to that point where she was looking around. Okay, here it is. All right, let's look at it together. Let's see if she looks at this camera. Well, I don't know. She looks like she's looking lower, like lower at the tables. Her eyeballs didn't come up in this direction, in my opinion. They look like they're down and looking around at the tables, honestly. I don't know. And then she looks up and looks around. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I could be wrong about it, you know? But the one thing I am noticing, though, is that it just doesn't seem like this is the same happy we saw in the Saturday photo. I don't know. It seems like she continues to look towards the same direction as they are leaving. I would never let a so-called man treat my child like, yeah, I agree with that. But some people that are, in that environment or even raised in that environment, they don't realize that that's not good no matter how you look at it, some people just, I don't know. Can they ask her to see clothes that he was wearing at the place where they were eating Texas Roadhouse, the proof that the kid was home and changed his clothes? Well, I know that has been brought up before, Gio, and it was my understanding, and this is going off memory from many, many, many months ago. for whatever reason, I think that they addressed the clothes, and the clothes that they say he was in, the clothes that we're seeing now. We haven't seen the clothes that's in law enforcement's possession, but we have heard, and I believe it was from the mom and the stepfather on a interview on a channel. I don't know if it was Smiley's, if it was somebody else's, but I believe that they did bring up the clothes that he was wearing at the Texas Roadhouse, even when we didn't know what he was in. We were just trying to get it described. We did know he was in tennis shoes, jeans, and a black short sleeve shirt. That's what was told to us, and I don't even know how we knew that. I don't know where that information came from, but seeing what I see now, at least we know that that was accurate information, because he truly was in a pair of tennis shoes and a pair of jeans and a short sleeve black shirt with a graphic on it. And that's exactly what he was in. And it is stated that they do have these clothes, including the tennis shoes. So, again, one of the reasons why I kind of believed that he had made it home. I'm still not on the bandwagon he didn't make it home, and I've maintained that since we've been covering the case because of several key factors. And one of those key factors is the fact that he doesn't have any shoes, and everything is at home. His game, his sweater, his cell phone, his backpack, everything that kid owns or possesses or values, everything he values was left behind, although he had made up his mind that he was going to run away from home. That just does not compute in my brain. It just doesn't. So he had no jacket at dinner, yet he put one on to take out the trash. Oh, good catch, Rod. Good catch, Rod. It might have gotten a little bit cooler at night. Like here, today was great. Today was a nice, 70-something degrees. It was cool. I went out of the house and even visited my neighbor a couple times today, right? Delilah got to play with Emily several times today. And it was nice. Well, now it's not so nice. It's a little cold for this Florida girl, okay? And I look like an Eskimo in Florida, right? So maybe it was a situation like that, because I didn't wear the jacket all day today, but by later this afternoon when the sun started going down, I put it on. So, I mean, hey, even that can be kind of, but I'm a top of mind type of person, just like the snacks. Like they had just allegedly got snacks that day, and it seems to me if somebody was thinking about running away and they just got snacks that day, they would naturally think, because it was on top of mind, that they probably ought to go get some snacks and take with them, And just like if it was him taking the garbage out and he put on the jacket to put the garbage out, couldn't we assume that he would put a jacket on to leave the house? Is Tony in here? I just say, I see somebody said, Tony, that is what I thought. It won't let me go up. It's taking, I guess we got too many people talking. I didn't get to see your comment. It's cut your comment completely off from the top. I'm sorry. Hey, guys. I have to think who else. I think I might have missed a few other people because it was popping up on me. I didn't realize that. I did. I got Casey. Grace upon grace says, happy birthday, Sebastian. We are inching closer to finding you. And I don't know what your full name is. The Smoky. Oh, I don't want to end the live stream. No, I do not want to do that. I hit the wrong button. We almost ended the live stream, y'all. I'm just pushing buttons over here. And I don't know who the last one was that gifted the membership. It cut it off, and then it cut your name off on the other side so I could thank you. I'm sorry. But it said smoking something. So I don't know what you're smoking. But thanks. Oh, good gracious. So I think that we need to look at that. if he walked out, have we confirmed that whoever was at the garbage trash or took the garbage trash, Hay Creek Squad, took the trash out? Are we sure that the people, that whoever took the trash out did see somebody in a jacket or a hoodie? Is that why everybody was paying so close attention to the fact that they believe the mom was wearing a hoodie inside that restaurant? At Night released an update. Is this the same update? Misty, Sebastian, we will not stop until you're reunited with your daddy. We're praying for and supporting you and your daddy. All of us in Sebastian's army loves you, Sebastian. Oh, that's sweet, Misty. Thank you. Let me see. Are you talking about, because that's the, if you're talking about what was released tonight on YouTube, that is what we're talking. Oh, no, there's a new release. Oh, there's a few releases. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So what we have here from At Night is important public update on the search of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. At Night, private intelligence has made significant progress in the ongoing investigation into the disappearance of 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. After extensive review of new materials, we are providing the following updates. Focus on the green hoodie individual. We now believe that the individual wearing the olive or military green hoodie seen in the vicinity of the Texas Roadhouse on February 25th, 2024 holds critical information about the moments leading up to Sebastian's disappearance. This person's interaction with Sebastian's family and presence at the time remain pivotal, and we are intensifying efforts to identify and speak with them. So they're still focusing on that. Updated assumption. Based on new findings and analysis, At Night is now operating under the assumption that Sebastian did not return to Stafford Court, his residence, on the evening of February 25th. So they do not believe he has returned. I have not gotten off the fence. It's going to take me a little bit to get off the fence. This shift in focus underscores the urgency of identifying and speaking with individuals who may have seen Sebastian in the hours after his last confirmed sighting. And not only that, but if he, just in my opinion, if he didn't make it home, then why were there lights on the outside of his home at 3:10 at night? Just question it. I'd like that to be answered. A call to action for the nation. As we rapidly chase these critical leads, we ask everyone across the country to remain vigilant. If you see someone who matches the description of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, do not hesitate to call 911 immediately. Even the smallest chance that it could be him is worth acting on it. Sebastian's description, 15-year-old at the time of his disappearance. Height is about 5'5", weight approximately 120 pounds, hair blonde or brown, and eyes brown or hazel. How you can help, we urge. I think this is all the same stuff. Now, why is this, wasn't this one just posted? Am I reading the wrong one? Maybe I am reading the wrong one. No, I'm not. There's the new post of all the information, new photos and stuff like that. So let me read what this says. Starting with the top, I can't hardly read it. Oh, golly, it won't let me. Maybe if I do it this way, will it? Maybe it'll blow it up a little bit bigger for me. It won't. I don't know how I'm going to get this blown up. It says, unknown subject green hoodie stands next to Katie's car door at the two exit the roadhouse. So they're pointing that. He's also saying Katie Proudfoot mother greets green hoodie. The next one says it's pointing to Sebastian. And it says last known video footage depicting Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers on February 25th with his mother at the Texas Roadhouse. And then it's showing some images in glass. I'm going to have to blow it up on the computer probably tomorrow, because the way it's blowing up on my screen, it's not allowing me to really, well, this one is. Now it's allowing me, it wouldn't allow me to move it. Okay, there, now I can do it. So, yeah, it won't let me get to the very top of this. And it shows like little pointed things, but I think it would be better if we waited until tomorrow and looked at it on the computer from StreamYard, so it'll be a lot clearer. But it's circling some images and pointing out what they're seeing in these images. The next one is, it looks like footage, a 7-minute photo. Oh, I think they're releasing the green shirt and hoodie video right now. So I'll turn this up and we'll watch this together. I think this is the actual video. It's 7 minutes long. Can you guys see it? Is that the yellow jacket they were talking about? Laurie, please type out what you want to tell Betty. She isn't set up for calls. No, when I'm next Friday we'll be doing calls. That looks like the yellow jacket that I remember. There's Sebastian. And they're pointing out some things that they're seeing in the video. There's somebody else walking up too. Actually, you know what? The person's, hold on, let me look at that. Let me see if I'm looking at this correctly. Hold on. So he's getting in the car. I want to see this because that person that was just walking in, they all turn around. Wait a minute. It seems like something happened to get somebody's attention. Look at this. They're all kind of stopped in their track. The two people at the front door. There's a lady walking across the parking lot. And everybody just kind of stops and looks the direction to the car that's behind Katie's SUV. I wonder what was going on. Hold on, look. Look at the people at the door. Okay, look at the yellow shirt guy. Now, I'm not quite sure what's taken him so long to go in. You know, everybody else is popping and locking. But look at this guy moving. And they all turn their head and start looking in that direction, both of them. And he's even, you know, taking his time opening the door, seeing what's going on. And steps out and starts looking that way. What was going on there? It seems like there might have been something going on more out in that parking lot than what we know. Oh, there is definitely a conversation going on. There's no doubt in my mind that there is not a conversation going on between the mom and this guy in the green hoodie. You can see the hands. The hands say it all. It's about to come up. It's about to come up right here. Look. It's about to come up. It's going to go on the big screen. Hold on. Right here. Do you guys see it? Look. Right up here. Right up here. There is something going on here. Without a doubt. They're having a conversation. Look at their hands. Look at her hand resting on here. She is having a full-fledged conversation with this person. Did you guys see that? That's not somebody that's just passing by. that's not, I mean, if they were passing by, you're not going to stand them and block them from getting around you. Could you guys see that clear on your end? That was the person with the gloves. You can see her hand him something. Sebastian's shoes look white. Sebastian isn't reacting to this. I think so too. It was. Exactly. I saw that. I believe the other video was cut short at a different angle. Then you will see the green hoodie guy come right beside KP. When the car pulls up, does anyone come out? I don't know. All I know is I'm looking at two people that don't seem to know each other at the door, turning their head at the same time. And usually when you get that kind of behavior, it's something that's loud or something that grabs your attention and everybody turns. You know, it's not something that it just seems like something got people's attention to turn their head. But when you get to this aspect of the car, there, in my opinion, this looked a little too casual for strangers. I mean, she put her hand on the car. You know, you don't block if somebody's coming towards you and say you got the cars too close together, you can typically move out of their way. You don't put your hand on the car and just stand there and in front of them. You know, and that's what appeared to happen. Let's keep looking. There's like a few minutes of this stuff. It's coming up here. Remember, it's right up here. That hand is moving. They're having a conversation. They're having a conversation. So taking discreet photos of her son inside the restaurant. And somebody outside the restaurant she clearly had a conversation with. You can clearly tell it's a conversation. And then this is her leaving right here. I guess we'll keep going. There, they're leaving. I guess that's the dark colored leaving. We'll see it here in just a second. The guy in the yellow is still just kind of hanging out, along with a guy in a dark colored jacket with gloves on. Huh. I don't know what we're supposed to, oh, I think they're just letting the green hoodie guy never went into the restaurant, I don't believe. That's a little odd. No? There's somebody, she's having a conversation. You can see his hands speaking to her because I speak with my hands. She's got her hand on her car. She's talking to them. He doesn't go past her. She ends up moving forward and getting in her car. And then they leave. Oh, I see him now walking past her car. There he is, right there. And there is something on the shirt. So he does go toward the restaurant. And I guess that's it. So there we have it. But there definitely was some type of exchange, there's no doubt that there was a conversation there. Can't tell if these are the same videos. One's 7 minutes. Yeah, there's the same. Okay. And it says right here, to combat misinformation spread. Oh. I don't think I want to say this person's name because, okay, to combat misinformation spread by a particular private investigator, we're releasing this footage earlier than anticipated due to the circumstances of this unscrupulous PI reckless misinformation campaign. We ask everyone across the country to remain vigilant. If you see someone who matches the description of Sebastian Rogers, do not hesitate to call 911 immediately. Even the smallest chance that it could be him is worth acting on. So they weren't planning or anticipating releasing the green hoodie guy's video, but chose to because of this ridiculous, unscrupulous, unprofessional, and unethical PI in his misinformation and disinformation campaign. In the video, Katie goes back to the picture she took and she zoomed in on his watch. Did he have a watch on as well? Well, let me go back to where he was eating bread and he had both hands up. He's not wearing a watch. No, he's not wearing a watch on either hand. I'm looking at both wrists. Yeah, he's not wearing a watch. She is. KP is wearing a similar shoes to Sebastian on that night. I noticed from yesterday. Let's check that out. Or maybe I need to go to the other one on the outside. Maybe I can't see. They're wearing black. They are wearing similar shoes. As a matter of fact, it looks like black with white sole. Huh. Thank you. Can't stay on. Oh, Laura Bell, will you take care? But good to see you, Betty. Good to see you. Hopefully you catch it on the replay. Maybe the whole dinner thing was was to show the guy what Sebastian looked like, to maybe pay the guy for what he was. I don't know. There was definitely a conversation there. There's no doubt about that. Maybe the person she was talking to was going to follow them somewhere or asking directions. Possibly, but what I find weird is he goes up and talks to her. She's in a very comfortable position because she kind of leans against the car. Then she gets into the car and they're getting ready to leave, and then he walks between the cars. So what was the whole purpose of him coming up to approach her to begin with? Because he wasn't going past her, or he would have just, as soon as she got in the car, walked past her. In my opinion, I don't think no one else from Texas Roadhouse is involved with Sebastian Missy. I think it's just his mother and his stepfather, probably even the step grandparents are involved. I'm there with you, Samantha. I'm there with you, but that's just my opinion based upon the facts that I've seen and heard, and even these new developments really haven't swayed that opinion of mine. It does make me, at least broaden my my thought that something bigger could have gone on, something more compound could be going on, because I use the KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stupid. And so when I'm approaching these cases, I keep that in mind, keep it simple, stupid. And I look at some of the simplest explanations for things before I get too complex. There are cases that are very complex, and so sometimes you have to look at those complexities. But this one seems very cut and dry for me from where I'm standing. And even with this new footage, it hasn't swayed me from my opinions so far. I still feel that this could all still bode in with the theories and speculations that I've had so far, and have so far based upon factual information that either law enforcement's provided, that one or the other parent has provided that's been corroborated, or that I've personally have fact found. If Ellie thinks Sebastian didn't make it home, then maybe somebody brought back Sebastian's shoes and clothes. That explains why Katie put her car in the garage. Well, it's my understanding she always puts her car in the garage. Just to let you know, it'd be odd if she didn't. Betty, the unscrupulous PI, has a sordid past. A creator looked. Yes, I know that. That's why you hear me call him unscrupulous and unethical and unprofessional and all those. That's not just a narrative. That's really, truly my opinion from him based upon information that I've legitimately looked up. He's not a good dude. I mean, you can just go through his Twitter feed and see how he speaks to people and know the man's not a good dude, right? I have a theory that keeps seeming to align with what's going on. Should I send it to you? Of course. I always like reading. I actually have some stuff starred in my email now. I just forget to get to it because we have so many conversations and I'm talking, and then I gotta just try to remember to read chat so I don't have a mad chat. Somebody wants to beat Betty up. This was actually interesting. This is from one of our audience members. It says, "Oh, real quick, when you drove down Enoch and mentioned how CP would be pretty comfy here, and how quick after that you got arrested was crazy. But look now at how at night put out the area the other day on Hartsville Pike and Enoch Way. So, I mean, that's weird too. Meaning maybe that area is a possible area because of how they all acted towards you after saying that, and why they tried so hard to shut you up. They don't do this to any other creator out there. Heck, even DV flew a drone over Stafford House and CP got all mad, just you. Must have triggered something. I started that one, so I guess that's what I wanted to read. Oh, here it is. This is from another audience member. It says, "This is what I observed from your video. Sebastian moved his drink to the far left out of the way. It appears he's responding to her by shaking his head no. He pushes his plate back. He moves his fork out of the way to the left by his glass. It does appear like he's posing for one of the pictures, because after she takes the photo, he goes back to eating. It looks like the other pictures she took were without his knowledge. It's disturbing these pictures were not given to police. My guess is that she sent them to someone. In my opinion, I think she then deleted them. Her phone should be confiscated and searched. I strongly feel KP phone is the key to finding Sebastian, and asked me for my thoughts. I think any phone is key to any investigation. That is my personal opinion. I think she got another phone because, oh, here's another one. She said, this person says, I think she got another cell phone because she keeps looking down and on the side of her pants. I'm sure I saw a bit of light. So if you guys are reviewing that footage, see if there's any type of light, like halo or any type of something where it looks like she's got something next to her leg, maybe on the chair or you know, the other side of the seat where it's out of view. I watched and rewatched. I noticed the beginning two people go by one with the hoodie. Unfortunately, the video doesn't start before hand to snap a picture, but I noticed once they went by, she took that way and begins typing. She looks that way and begins typing. It appears she looks straight and to the right several times after that. Maybe not, may not be anything, but who knows? All alleged, and in my opinion, we're getting schooled by Silver's on the scene. Even when you talk to him about the case, he's like, allegedly and in my opinion. I'm like, we're not on camera. Oh, it's great. It's great. I hope people are being surveilled that need it, whoever they are. Come on, LE, do us a solid. For once, find Sebastian. I want to have faith in our law enforcement. I think we all do. I think we all do. Is Green Hoodie's vehicle possibly a match to the vehicle you lined up with the two lights? I gotta look at the vehicle and try to figure out what which vehicle it is. Somebody did send me another vehicle, and I've got to look it up and see if it'll fit, because I'll match it. If it fits, it fits. And I looked at the bumper, and it does have a this particular car does have a decorative indentation too. So I would be kind of interested in seeing if it does line up. But what I'm seeing is a back hatch, not a trunk. So we'll see. I mean, I'll put it up there. I'll give it my best. I just rewatched that parking lot video. A car pulls up behind KP's car. It looks like that person walked up to her car. I do agree that conversation appears to be more involved than what the unscrupulous PI is trying to make people believe. I can say that. This video is not the one KP gave LE compared to the two. That is true. I've never seen these photos of him that night. The picture KP gave as him on the same side as hers and a different shirt, and he's smiling. Does anyone have the original photo she showed LE? Yeah, it was the Optimum shirt video, because that's the same one that she shoved in Seth's face and said, see, he was having fun that day. And he came to find out that this photo was from Saturday at Costco's, where he does seem to be having a great day. But when you get to the video that we're seeing inside of the restaurant, I'm sorry, I just don't see a very happy boy. I just don't. You know, for a kid that's supposed to have had the best day, I mean, he doesn't look like he did the day before. He looks uptight. He looks, you know, worried about doing anything. It's like, here, look at the menu and order what you want. You know, he looked like he pointed at the machine. I don't know if they have games on him there or not, but, you know, He's eating. He's very military like here. He eats and he puts his food down in his lap. He nibbles. He puts the food down in his lap. It's like, it just doesn't seem like the same happy. I have to concur. Remember when I believe Seth was on DV's channel, and I think it was after the Proof of Life video was released. He said something to the effect of, well, how was he? And he goes, well, he was walking out, and he said something to the effect, when I can't remember what question was asked, but I remember vaguely what Seth's response was. And he said something like he wasn't as happy as he would be if we were walking out of a restaurant, or something like that. And I have to agree, he doesn't seem too happy here, which brings me back to the same question, important question. Why are they releasing the entire Texas Roadhouse footage? Why just these little clips? Because I'm pretty sure it's because they're analyzing them. And once they have probably a section that they've analyzed, they might be releasing it. That would be my thought, because I've done that before, where we get so much footage, you got to analyze it and go through it, and some stuff you're never going to release because it goes to the integrity of the investigation. You got to always keep stuff. You can't give it all away. You have to hold some stuff back, because if somebody comes forward, you got to have a way to vet them. Just my opinion. I don't know if that's the case, Creek Squad. I really don't. It would just be my honest opinion. I imagine CP take you to court for nothing when should be looking for. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. That's a conversation for another day. Trust me, I have to deal with it every single day, right? I mean, think about it. I didn't really get much of a birthday, and I did get at least a decent Thanksgiving, but I've got to worry about going back to court in January unless they extend it until my appeal in April. So we'll see how that all works out. But trust me, it puts me in a bad mood thinking about it, because, again, these people I've never met until I actually went to court, with the exception of one that followed me, obviously. But it does get up my crawl just a little bit, because you think that they have bigger fish to fry, right, than a person that comes there for 3 days, to look at the story, to look at the facts that they put out themselves. Yes, people have a right to fact find the information you put out. I mean, when you go to a car or go shopping for a car and they tell you that you have 100,000-mile warranty on your vehicle, are you going to tell me you're not going to look at the warranty paperwork and see specifically what that 100,000 miles covers, and if it truly covers your powertrain? Right? You don't want to drive it off the lot and it be a lemon, which we have lemon laws, but you guys get the drift what I'm trying to make here. You read, you find out, you fact find, you probably go back and look at reviews to see what their customer service is like, if there were problems with the car, how well the people fixed it, how quickly they were, response wise. You look into things like that, So the idea that we're just going to take their word for it's pretty ignorant on anybody's part, right? Any parent, any victim of a crime or anything, you always have to be, and I said victim of a crime, that's correct, because you always got to be skeptical. How many times have we seen a case where, the man or the woman got into an altercation and it was just the opposite of what happened, and somebody went to jail, but it was really the wrong person? I mean, so I don't know. She hardly paid attention to it. Yeah, that was pretty noticeable. Why would you take your child out for a great day and then at the end of the day just ignore them at the dinner table? And it just seemed like that's what what's going on here. He was just eating in silence. Why are they only... Oh, I think I must have went up a little bit by accident. I think she texted someone that day for them to keep Sebastian until Chris got his daughter. Yeah, but if that was the case, then why isn't he home? You know? I mean, how long would this charade really, truly last for, right? He looked rushed and she looked like she was killing time waiting for someone. It surely doesn't seem, unless the videos are cut, it sure doesn't seem like they were there that long, and it sure doesn't seem like they had like a whole lot of food either. Not that people should, but I mean, when you go to a Texas, I don't know, whenever I go out to dinner, like I order the biggest thing on the menu, right? I'm out to dinner. I don't go out to dinner very often, right? I'm going to get the best tasting thing on there, right? I don't know. It just didn't seem like they had a whole lot. You know, especially not, you never heard about them eating really a whole lot at all during that day, except breakfast and a colossal popcorn. That's not really enough food for a kid, especially one that's 15 in a bottomless pit. Just saying. He's cold, so get in the car immediately, but he's also isn't sure if the situation is it's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Let me keep going. That's really all I have. When I was young, my parents took turns hiding me, my siblings away from each other, just for them to get back at each other. I will never understand why they did that. I still had a good childhood. Yeah, mine's just the opposite. My sister and I think I was 14, turning 15. She was, or maybe 13, turning 14, and she's only 18 months older than me. And, you know, we never had that issue. I mean, my parents, trust me, had a lot of issues, but, you know, us children or the hiding and back, you know, even when they divorced, my mom lived like 1.5 miles from my father. I mean, we could walk between the houses, like, and some nights we'd stay at my dad's, some nights we'd stay at my mom's. There was no set schedule. We were, no matter what house we were in, we were still in the same school district, so it just worked out. That's the one thing my parents, out of all the stuff that they fought over, I mean, they fought over me, but not for child support. Just for my bad attitude. And you know what? Even when I did run away, my mom still panicked, okay? I just want to throw that out there. My mom still panicked even though I ran away and I was a troubled child. I was a pain in her rear end. I don't know why she had another kid after me. Not that I don't love my sister. Of course I love my sister, but I don't understand why my mom would subject herself to that after me. You know? Hey, TD, it's nice to see you. You could tell he wasn't close to his mom. No laughing joke. They're militant, though. Could that? But, Sweetie Pie, see, you look at that a little bit different. I'm looking at that because we're hearing these allegations of abuse. And that child looked very stiff. Like almost scared to make a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And why I pointed out how stiff he's looking there, you know, eating and, you know, it just, I don't think it has to do with closeness. I think it has to do with just how they treated him, honestly. I watched my mother put rat sack in my dad. Oh my goodness, all those stories. Tony said the case had taken the most positive direction in the last 7 months. I think him and Seth were on there, not sure, so don't hold me to that. I don't know when that was either. It's nice to see you, Sams. She was touching something that was hooked up to her left-hand side of her body. I'm not sure. Somebody said something about a pager, but I'm thinking this day and age, I don't think there's pagers. I don't know. But somebody said something about a pager, and I'm like, they still have those things? Your mom knew the second would be total. You're probably right, Crystal Pistol. But I know she was. She had to pray. Please don't give me a mini Andrew. Please don't give me a mini Andrew. I don't know if I can handle it. I'm gonna make this child scared of everything. I say that because my sister's scared of everything. Where are Katie's people defending my motherhood? Why haven't I seen family coming out saying something a bit strange? None of the family, none of their friends. I mean, we had one friend come out. Like, we've had several people come up, you know, that have known Seth and stuff like that. It's definitely an odd case, guys. It's without a doubt an odd case. So I'm kind of running out of fume. So I'm going to have to hit this tomorrow. Maybe we'll pull the stuff up. We'll pull it up on the computer to get a clearer image of everything so we can kind of see it and blow it up and really get in there and look. So that's what we'll do first thing in the morning when I get my butt out of bed. I'll get that blown up and we'll just go through it, you know, piece by piece and see what we see. So, all right, guys, I love you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. It was just really bothering me. I laid down to go to sleep and I'm like, and I kept thinking about it. And I'm like, you know, maybe she's looking for the waiter. And I think we need to analyze it again. I mean, I'm analyzing it from my phone. I still think she's looking for someone, but I just don't think it's the someone we're thinking. But in all fairness, there was some type of conversation between the green hoodie guy and Katie Proudfoot. You could see the hands moving. You could see her kind of lean over to the car to listen. There's nothing. JH says news dropping. Not sure what news. But what's dropping? Is there more stuff dropping? Let's see. I don't think so. I'm right here. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think we covered everything, guys. That's been updated, at least on X. But I want to go through this stuff here with you guys. So that's what we'll be going over in the morning. So if you guys are up, we usually start our live, you know, by 8 o'clock in the morning. This morning I was working on videos because I felt like doing videos and I didn't want to do the plain Jane videos. I wanted to spruce up the videos. And when you spruce up the videos, it takes you all freaking day to do 3 damn videos, which is why I don't spruce up videos. But every now and again, I like to, you know, it takes my mind off things and you guys get a better quality product. It's not Olivia quality. I'll get there eventually. It's only going to take, you know, and I start doing really good, like the Alec Murdaugh and the Summer Wells, and then I start getting back into my live shows, and it's like, who wants to mess with the darn videos? So I'm trying to give you guys a little more viewer pleasure experience. So don't forget to watch those videos. Those videos take longer than my lives take to make, okay? Those 5-minute videos that are produced, they take a while. I just want to say it doesn't just happen. Just don't blink and it's done. Is Channel 2 ABC? I don't know. Tony said Channel 2 is on. Interview is on. Channel 2. Are they live? I don't know if they're going to be live. Does anybody know? I'm looking, but usually I never get there in time. Channel 2. Is it Nashville? If anybody has the link, send it to me. Send it to my email. Tennessee Channel said Channel 2. I'm trying to find it now. I don't have Channel 2. That's the problem. And and they don't have live going on right now. So let me look it up on channel 2. Channel 2. Channel 2 Tennessee News, 10-ish. It's 10 Tennessee time, 11 hours. Well, I'm on their, I don't have their channel. If anybody has it, screen record it and send it to me and I'll play it, but I don't know where I can watch it. Let's see if I can download their app. Maybe I'll be able to get it on the app. I don't know. No, thank you. We'll see. It's installing. Looks like she handed something to the man. Katie, stop playing the games. It's but where's KRN? How do I get to KRN? Do they, unless you have a TV? Is there? I went to the website. They don't have live TV. How do I find live TV? Watch live. Okay, let's go watch live. Continue. Okay, close. Where's my watch live? Watch live. Okay, we're live. Let's see if we can get it. I might not be able to get it. It's taking its time. We're looking. It's searching. It's searching. But it's not coming. KRN2, Fox 2 on iPhone, Fox News. Trying to text Tony now. It's not posting up live on their website. Let me try. Channel 2 Nashville. It says 10:30 on their TV schedule. I see 10:30 on their TV schedule. Well, wouldn't they yeah, I think we're gonna be able to watch it on the app, but the app is not, where is it? There's the app. There's the app. Let me put it on the home screen. Here we go. It's still not running live unless it's not going to be live until 10:30. I don't know. I sent a link. Where did you send a link to the email? All right, hold on, let me check. Okay.
A Middle Tennessee sheriff
here we go. That's 2. Yeah, that's 2 days ago. It's live tonight. They're looking for the live tonight. This is weird. I don't see. I'm in this one, and they don't go live from their YouTube channel. They only upload the videos from their live. So this is weird. I don't know. Sam calling. That's too funny. I gotta let my legs breathe. I forgot to turn the air conditioning on, and now it's starting to get warm in here. So I don't know, guys. We can wait for it and try to wait for another 20 minutes and see if we can get a live broadcast on. We do actually have a join AARP, so we are moving the needle. It says we're watching now, so if maybe we'll stay here for a little bit. Yeah, I'm on Fox, not Fox News. What am I on? I'm on Channel 2 Nashville is ABC, not Fox. Someone local watching it? I don't know. If anybody does anybody have Channel 2? Is anybody from the Nashville, Tennessee area? If so, I need you to screen record it. Check email. Okay. Check email. I don't have an email. I've got the one. Okay, I think I got what you're referring to. Am I supposed to read this? Hold on here. I don't know. Sorry. Let me get back over here and see what. I checked the email, but I don't know where channel to. Oh, here it is. Oh, you got it. Okay, here we go. Here it is.
What is there any update in the case that you would like to share with people?
There are no updates that I can share. I do have open communication with law enforcement. They are renewing my faith that they will have, or that they do have the ability to bring my son home.
So this is kind of a change. Last time we spoke, you haven't talked to them since April, and now you have spoken. Is there anything that you could share with us?
Today, they have renewed my faith that they are definitely focusing on bringing my son home.
Law enforcement's renewed his faith.
And I am confident that they are all working towards the correct. And I appreciate the fact that they are.
And do you want to share what you're planning to do to honor Sebastian later today? Anything else that you want people to know about Sebastian and his personality?
You're gonna have to turn your volumes up. You're gonna have to turn your volumes up. I'll work with that. I'll get the volume increased on that. But by the time we do that, the Channel 2 news one will be out. Probably a better, clear. Thank you for that, by the way. Use your critical thinking skills. Yeah. So it sounds like from what I understood here. Let me just go back through it. I'll listen to it closer.
What is there any update in the case?
So she's asking for any updates in the case.
There are no updates that I can share.
There's no updates. There's no updates that can be shared.
I do have open communication with law enforcement.
He does have open communication. Let me make sure I heard that correctly. Hold on. He does have open communication with law enforcement. Open communication. Oh, Tony, you were paid. Oh, what about issues? So he says he has open communication with law enforcement. That's the first time I've heard Seth say that in quite some time. He says they are renewing his faith and hold on. That they will have and do have the ability to bring his son home.
So this is kind of a change. Last time we spoke, you haven't talked to them since April, and now you have spoken. Is there anything
So she reminds him that the last time we spoke, you had not spoken to them since April, so this is a new change. Today they have renewed my faith. He reiterates that they have renewed his faith. That they are definitely focusing on bringing his son home. And that he's confident all working toward, I couldn't hear, I think said something about his son. I'm late. Who's she listening to? It's Seth's interview, and we don't have channel 2. I'm going to go back to channel 2 in just a second and see if they've had some type of update on there. I downloaded their app to see if we can see if we can get any information. So that's what I'm doing right now, and it looks like we finally got at least an advertisement put up, but it's still a black out advertisement. So you actually might have something here. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see.
.com. Allie. All right, Jaxie, thank you. A second twin brother is in custody this morning after an Antioch restaurant owner was
We'll keep this open. We'll keep this open for a second.
Are now facing criminal homicide charges.
Did it already? Did the actual advertisement or? I think they said it was going to happen at 10:30, so we'll stick around here.
According to investigators, the victim was in his car after closing up the business and was hit in the crossfire. He then crashed into a nearby dentist office.
He was there.
Wow, they have some problems out in that area.
He ate dinner that night at home, and he just said, "I'll take care of business and come back home." They're 17 years old.
We'll see if we can.
Responsibility to check what they did, you know.
We'll see. There we go. We'll see if we can get this. I'll turn this down until it comes up. If it comes up, we may have missed it. We may have missed it. So we'll see. That's awesome. I was hoping for something positive for Seth, and on Sebastian's birthday. You know. Oh, let's listen to the budget conversations.
Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says
it's the federal budget. They need a better state budget. Fund their law enforcement. Sebastian has become as mothers our son. Happy sweet 16th, Sebastian. Oh, thank you, Marianne. All right, they're going through the political stuff. Hopefully we'll get to it. I missed it. Can you play it again? I'll play it again, the one that was sent to me. I'm hopeful. We're going to stay here just for about another 12 minutes and see if they play it on the channel. It may have already passed. I don't know, because I was trying to get logged in and it wasn't playing the live. But it sounds like that it's supposed to go at 10:30 potentially. At least that's what people were saying in the chat earlier. But I finally did get it to go. I don't know if I can back up, and it doesn't allow me to back up. So we're on Sebastian watch right now. We're on Sebastian watch right now. Who's going Christmas light exploring? Are people decorating for Christmas? I haven't. I've been bouncing it around whether I really want to take the time to do it or not. I just don't feel like doing it. It's a lot of lights. Oh, here's another case we were covering. We'll listen to this.
The latest of the investigation as the nationwide manhunt for the shooter continues.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's... The live stream will return shortly, so I guess it's a break. It's a break. We'll keep... Oops, I didn't mean to turn it off. Hold on. We'll keep it on. Something's going on with mine.
Diagnose and treat so you can get better.
I don't really like their live. Okay, there we go. We'll just sit here and and we'll just watch it until it comes back on. I'm going to be getting off at 11:30 my time, so I'm only going to be on here another 10 minutes if it doesn't come on. But what we heard, let me just reiterate for the people that are coming in that haven't heard. So it sounds like Seth gave an interview today. The last time he had spoke to the channel news or the person that was giving them this interview, he had not heard from law enforcement or had a meaningful conversation with law enforcement since April. And it sounds to me like he's basically stating that there is an open line of a communication between law enforcement now. And it sounds like they have renewed his hope and have the same goal as to finding his son and have the information necessary to bring his son home, or resources enough to bring his son home. I don't remember the exact language he used, but it's to me sounded like it was good news. SW, exactly, it was good news. It's on Sebastian's birthday. At the end of the day, one of the biggest things for our channel was to open those lines up for communication. That was one of our biggest drum beats, because
UTIs in 1 year.
we definitely had the same goal.
Before I started taking Eucora, I was struggling with my urinary health. Everything.
I don't know how much of urinary health I really want to listen to. But was to open up communications and at least get law enforcement to state whether they are further along today than they were on February 26th. Now, I have to be honest with you. Oh, here, we'll watch this, because this is on one of our cases.
CEO Brian Thompson. Friday, law enforcement sources told ABC News investigators believe they were able to find DNA samples from several pieces of evidence discovered at or near the scene. Police also found the missing backpack of the suspect while searching Central Park, the last place he had been seen riding a bike directly after the shooting. Police believe he has since left the city. Investigators believe the suspect arrived in New York 10 days before the shooting, boarding a Greyhound bus somewhere between Atlanta and Washington, D.C.
10 days.
Detectives are using facial recognition technology for these images of the suspect's face, captured when a clerk checked him into a hostel and asked to see his face.
As his picture moves more and more into various states, in particular between Atlanta and New York City, you're going to get more and more people calling in. And as long as the local affiliates, the local newspapers, and law enforcement keep that picture up, somebody is going to ID him.
The words deny, defend, and depose were found on the shell casings, a possible reference to the ways insurance companies avoid paying medical claims. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, New York.
Okay. That was on.
Now 8:11 here on Good Morning Nashville.
I figured since that is something that we were covering, you might as well hear an update on it. I will tell you, one of the reasons why I like Nancy Grace so much is because she likes keeping it to the real. And one of the things that I brought up was, potential heat of passion type of crime. Not that the person, it was 2 shots, but it was a few more. It wasn't, but, lovers' quarrels, so to speak. She brought that up as well, because I'm kind of on the fence. Like, this seems too... like, they're so busy pointing it to one direction, it almost makes you feel like it's like the plan B or the scapegoat, that I'm always bouncing. Yeah, it sounds like it's an activist group. There's not too many people. There's a lot of people that think that this is okay, which is disgusting to me. Our country has some serious problems if they think it's okay to unalive a person because they don't believe in their policies. Unfortunately, life is life, and we're not guaranteed insurance, okay? We have the right to live, but the right to live costs. And some people don't like that, they think it should be everybody's responsibility to take care of everybody else. And, I get the philosophy, and I get the information. And of course, I want insurance too. Insurance is ridiculously high. We all know that. But to take someone's life because of it, it's not going to fix the problem. You just unalive somebody in cold blood. And it's not going to fix the problem. It's not going to fix the problem. People being sick is going to fix the problem. I mean, is the problem. We've got a lot of people over the age of 65 that are aging. They're on Medicare, but that stuff still costs money, right? And our health insurance, it costs money, right? Insurance, health it's very expensive. Animal health is very expensive. So it's awkward eating by myself. Well, you're not eating by yourself. You're eating with like 474 people. So I think you'll be okay tonight. Well, we got 4 more minutes. Hopefully we didn't miss it, live. That would kind of suck. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't even realize what time it was, but we're getting back on. Okay.
Of getting rid of Tennessee's grocery store
we may have missed it. I'm just gonna forewarn you
guys.
guys.
Democrats on this issue. The volunteer state is one of 13 states that still has the tax at 4%. It brings in more than $700 million a year in state revenue.
And they still
Democrats have already
mismanage.
submitted their proposal to get rid of the grocery tax and make up the money through closing a corporate loophole. A Republican lawmaker filed her own version on Friday. Democrats say they're ready to get started.
I'm really excited to see that Representative Davis filed this. I think it shows that, not only was there an opportunity...
You might get rid of your grocery tax. I've never heard of grocery tax. That's ridiculous. We don't have grocery tax in Florida. As a matter of fact, our actual food in Florida is tax-free.
I'm really excited to see that the Republicans have filed their own bill. And honestly, I don't really care who gets credit. I just want to end the grocery tax.
They should end the grocery tax. You should not be taxed to eat. That's ridiculous. Ohio does. I have food on everything, or tax on everything. You guys gotta vote better. Do you guys like paying all the taxes? I mean, I'm just asking. If you guys don't like paying tax, then say no. Okay, Sunday at Nissan Jackson. I think we might have missed it. I really do. I think it went on. I think that's why Tony sent us that. I think we were trying to watch it and we missed it. So hopefully it'll be released. PA don't have grocery. We don't have grocery tax here. We do. Well, I expect that in California, Cheyenne. Just not in Tennessee. They rob you in New York and in California. 6%. Jeez. That's a lot of tax on food, folks. That's a lot of tax on. Why are you guys putting up with it? You guys need to form groups. Start fighting at the local level. Start getting with people. You guys don't need to be paying tax on food. Who the hell pays tax on groceries? We should have like a nationwide moratorium and no tax on food. That's ridiculous. I never heard of tax on. I haven't heard tax on groceries either. Hot food, yes. Like we're. The real Me Too says time for a protest. That's what Olivia says all the time. She's like, let's protest. I'm like, okay. No. I haven't had a good protest in a while. I think it's time for us to have a good protest. No, and we're in temperatures now. I think we might have missed it. But we will get it. If we missed it, I'll wait for a few more moments here. If we did miss it, we'll get it tomorrow. But we did hear the gist of it, and that pretty much was the interview. And it's just basically saying that Seth has renewed faith in the efforts of Sumner County. It sounds like, you know, Sumner County and Seth Rogers might finally have gotten on some decent terms. 9% sales tax here. Oh my goodness. You guys are being robbed blind. You guys need more Betty in your life. We cut those taxes. Yeah! Except I can't seem to get my road tax down here. I'm going to have to like really, I don't know, I'm going to have to throw a really bad temper tantrum. Enough that the higher ups up the county food chain into our state Congress start hearing it. I hate stomping my feet, but sometimes that's the only way you can get attention, right? That's what I said. He was just doing his job. The company will just hire someone else. Take out everyone. Yeah, we get great government help for expenses, food, non-food. You just have to request it. Where's that? Where are you from, Lorraine? Hey, Betty. Pizza or pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I'm a yes all the way. Absolutely. So it looks like we need Katie and the green hoodie guy because that's the people. I don't know. That's definitely interesting. I was a little taken back. I didn't know what to expect or what we were going to see on footage. And actually seeing a conversation pursue does have me question some things. Sumner County Sheriff Department should be doing searches every day. The problem is that takes money. And I'm sorry, I've been screaming for a couple of years, you know, that unfortunately it's either mismanagement or they're not putting enough toward law enforcement. And not only that, but you got to remember Sumner County, Hendersonville, that area, it's not really that big, you know, so they're not going to have, you know, as much tax dollars going to them as say someplace like Nashville. I thought everybody would pass taxes at the grocery. I never heard of such a thing, Christy. I really haven't. TikTok, another thing we're talking about. TikTok ban. I think we did miss it. I'm not going to worry with it. We'll get it tomorrow. We'll pull it off channel news tomorrow. But we did get it. So for those people that are coming in and want to know what I've got, when I was reviewing the footage, it looked like, you know, it's possible that Katie is looking for her server. But also, in addition to that, which I think it could very well be a good plausible explanation, but she goes outside and has a clear conversation with the green hoodie guy. Who's the green hoodie guy? Where are the Texas Roadhouse pictures of Sebastian? Who received them? I would like to know what she just was very discreet about taking those photos for some reason. I found that odd because he was smiling. I don't know. After seeing her take those pictures, you know, I feel like there was already something brouhahaing. I do feel that now that I saw what I saw. I feel like something was brouhahaing before he disappeared, which is never anything that I thought before, but now it's becoming a larger possibility, a greater possibility in my opinion. All right, guys, it's late for me. I had a lot on my mind, so I thought I'd let you guys know what was on it. You know? In my opinion, it looks like crazy country. Hey, I don't know. That there's a gut. There's a gut on that person. Tiny gut, but a little gut. Supposedly breaking news in a few minutes. Tony says kaboom. Who did she send them to? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we can still watch. I mean, I can't imagine why you can't. I mean, it still should be up. I never turned it off. But it's just... We'll get it tomorrow, guys. We did get it. I mean, we got the raw version of it that we listened to tonight, and it was just basically for all the people that weren't here for it. Seth has disclosed that he has an open line of communication with law enforcement now, and that open line of communication has now given him hope and what was the words he used? Hold on. Let's go back to the email. Renewed his faith, I think is what he said.
So what is there any update in the case that you would like to share?
There's no updates he can share. He has open communication with law enforcement. That they've renewed his faith that they have the ability to bring his son home. They have the ability to bring his son home. So, and they have renewed his hope, and there's an open line of communication. So that's, to be honest with you, that's one of the things that we had been working for a long time. That was part of our Free Seth campaign, because if he was cleared, they could open up better lines of communication with him. Not that by this open, because we don't know how open the communication is or whatever. We just got this little snippet that he has renewed hope, and that's good. He has renewed hope on this young man's birthday. I can't think of any better present that his father could get on his son's birthday, which by definition is his birthday too, right? And the mom's birthday, if you want to look at it. Every time it's my birthday, I always tell my mom happy birthday as well, because she had a birthday too. And trust me, hers was hard labor. Right? So back in them days, you didn't get your doctor has a tea time, so he's going to schedule you for a C-section. Okay, it was intense labor. And I'm pretty sure I did not want to come to this world. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, I gave quite the fight. My mom should have knew right then I was nothing but trouble. I was a pain in her ass then, and I'm a pain in her ass now. No. Oh, good gracious. All right, guys, I'm tired. You guys, I'm out of here, but he's renewed his faith. So give you guys selves a round of applause and a hand. You know, you guys said a lot of prayers. You guys said a lot of prayers, not just here, but around the world, for some good news. We all prayed for him to come home, but this seems like it might be one step closer for that goal to be realized. All right, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to fall asleep on you if I don't get out of here. So rock it out with your coffee beans out. We're going to definitely be rocking out with coffee beans in the morning, because I don't know how I'm going to survive tomorrow being up this late, because you know my ass is still getting up at 5:30 in the morning, no matter what time I go to sleep. So I'll see you guys around 8 o'clock, rain or shine, either. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sunday. Well, it's going to be earlier than later because we've got church. So hopefully you guys come on over to church. We need lots of prayers. You know, that's a great time to be praying for Sebastian and moving some of those heavenly mountains so we can bring this young man home. It sounds positive. It sounds positive. Open lines of communication, whether that was a lot of communication or a little bit of communication, was one of the goals. So at least we've got a check in the right box. So that's a blessing. That's absolutely a blessing. All right, guys, I'll see you sometime tomorrow. We'll see when. God bless each and every one of you. And to all the people that donated, I just happened to look up and realized I had some, I didn't say hi to everybody. Vicky says, Oh, there it is. Smoking I don't know who it was, but gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. Missy, I read yours. Sebastian, we will not stop until you are reunited with your daddy. We're praying for and supporting you and your daddy, all of us in Sebastian's army. Um, love you, Sebastian. Vicky, we stand behind you, Beach Read. Oh, thank you. And Gina, thank you for being a member for the last 5 months. Rock it out with your coffee beans out, guys, and I'll see you soon.